Hi guys, hope you're all okay. Welcome back to the channel. A couple of weeks ago you'll have noticed I did a short video reviewing the Retevis RT51, which is the 30 to 40 watt amplifier for handheld radios. So I've come up to some local high ground with a friend of mine, Royden, M0LAX, and I'm going to be actually using his call sign today because I'm an M3 and can't use this amplifier on my licensing conditions. So I'm with him today. He's actually filming me now, so he's going to be accompanying me so I can operate his call sign under his supervision, and that'll allow me to run the power that the amplifier is going to put out. So as I say, it's a 30 to 40 watt amplifier. We're going to be using a 10 watt handheld into that amplifier, and that will give us the full power out of the amp. We've also got it plugged into a mag mount on the roof, which I'll show you in a second, so that's just going to give us a little bit of a better antenna rather than using a rubber duck style antenna. So hopefully we should get some decent contacts. I did put this out on Twitter and Facebook like some of the other radio tests that I do, so there are a few stations hopefully out there. I know Mark M6GOF is out there. He's behind me just over 30 miles, so I know he's there, so we're going to touch base with him and speak to him through this amplifier as well. So yeah, everything's set up. It's just about 6:30. That's what time I said I put some calls out, so we're going to get on the air now, put a few calls out and see who we can get. I've also put the feelers out with some stations up north in Barrow, up in Cumbria, who said they'll be out on some hilltops, so who knows, we'll either not get many or we'll get quite a few. That's just the joys of ham radio. So yeah, we'll put some calls out now guys. M0LAX, M0 what?
Mobile.
Yeah. M0LAX mobile, Werner Flow calling CQ on DMR simplex and standing by for any calls. M0LAX mobile.
M0LAX, Mike 6 Golf Oscar Fox Portal.
Yeah, good afternoon Mark, hope you're okay. I'm like what I said to you before, I'm operating under the call sign M0LAX. For any stations who were planning on dropping in, this is Mike 3 Hotel Yankee, but I'm with a friend of mine operating under M0LAX because I'm testing a 30 watt amplifier for handheld radios. So obviously the M3 call doesn't cover that amount of power, so that's the call sign I'm operating under. How are you receiving me Mark? M6GOF M0LAX mobile.
Mike 6 Golf Oscar Fox Portal, absolutely stomping through here, although unfortunately with the DMR on these sort of TYTM D380 handhelds, it's sort of hard to ascertain the signal, but you know, storming through here as usual, you know, there's certainly no problem there. It remains to be seen. Well, you're ready to be seen if like there's a further away contact than me, where otherwise we'll be completely illegible, but then you can be picked up by it. It's a bit of a tricky one to ascertain though, Lewis, isn't it?
It is Mark, yeah. Like I said, I did put the feelers out on Facebook, but we did it during the day last time, didn't we? But it was still a midweek day, so I'm confident that a couple more stations might come in. But you're just over 30 miles from me, aren't you, in your usual location? So that's a decent start anyway. Yeah, I'm on the Retevis RT51 Mark. It's like I say, it's an amplifier that puts out 30 to 40 watts depending on how much power is put in by the radio. The radio that's driving the amplifier is the Retevis RT50, which is the one I spoke to you on the other week from up here. So yeah, any other stations on frequency? Mike 0 Lima Echo X-ray, mobile Werner Flow. No one there, is there? I'm not hearing anything this side, Mark. Are you in any other stations?
Yeah, I'm hearing a guy over in Liverpool, but like that's kind of like down the road from me. I'll see if I can get him, you know, seeing as he's a bit closer. M6 station, it's flagging up over in Liverpool direction. This is Mike 6 Golf Oscar Foxtrot Portal, go ahead. Unfortunately it's not happening, but I can hear you no problem, Lee. Yeah, name this way is Mark, Mike Alpha Radio Kilo. Location this way is Asher speaking, going through pretty much alright now. It's a bit of packet loss earlier, but I just sort of walked out into a bit of clearing away from some trees, and lo and behold, you're showing up. Settled this way is an MD380 with the custom firmware on it. Diamond RH771 whip, Lee, back to you. Okay, Lewis, over to M0LAX, yeah, so give a bit of a shout out, you know, seeing as it's you're doing the experiments and that. Go ahead, Lewis.
Yeah, no probs, Mark. I wasn't receiving the other station. I'm line of sight here to Liverpool, but I wasn't receiving him at all, unfortunately. I don't know if he heard me, but yeah. Okay, any other stations on frequency? This is Mike 3 Hotel Yankee operating under M0 LEX mobile. Werner Low, any other stations on frequency? Come on. No, nothing heard this side, Mark. It's a lot quieter tonight, isn't it? Hell of a lot quieter. Are you at the usual location at Ashurst Beacon? Back to you, M6 GOF M0 LEX mobile.
Yeah, QSL Mike 6 Golf Oscar Foxtrot Portal, yeah, usual location Ashurst Beacon. I would have thought there would have been more people out, seeing as it's everybody's finished from work and that. Well, those that work civilised hours anyway, you know. Just going off to a little bit of a clear and a little out in the open. It should be completely bob on now with anybody that happens to show up there, Lewis.
Yeah, M3HHY, oops, sorry, M0 LEX mobile, force habit, isn't it? Returning, well, you're absolutely storming through here, Mark, as I'd expect. But yeah, I'm just surprised there's not more people on. There was, except when I put the feelers out, a couple said they would come on, but I suppose it's a weekday evening, isn't it? So you just never know. It's luck of the draw, I suppose. But Dave M6DHV said he was going to bob on from Walney Island, but I suppose it depends what the weather's like up there, doesn't it? It has rain on and off sort of all over the northwest today, so it just depends what the weather's like. Right, back to you, just with a pause for any other stations. M3HHY mobile operating under M0 LEX mobile. Any stations? No, nothing heard, Mark. Anyone your end?
I just heard M6 08 Oscar Alpha uniform come through. He's plumbed his setup into an external antenna now. I can hear both him and you now.
I'm not receiving him at all this side. Ask him if he can hear me, Mark.
Yeah, excuse me, M6 Oscar Alpha uniform, Mike 6 Golf Oscar Foxtrot Portal. Just wondering if you're hearing Lewis now, Lee. Any stations on DMR? Calling all stations on DMR. Mike 6 Golf Oscar Fox Portal CQ. Mike 6 Golf Oscar Fox Portal calling CQ DMR. CQ DMR. Mike 6 Golf Oscar Fox Portal. Mike 6 Golf Oscar Fox Portal.
Right, I've just started the engine, Mark, because this amp's just running off the car battery, you see, so I didn't want to run the battery down. Right, M0 LEX mobile, M0 LEX mobile, Werner Flow calling CQ on DMR. Any stations? This is Mike 3 Hotel Yankee mobile operating under the call sign M0 LEX mobile. No, it's quiet, isn't it, tonight, Mark? I've just sent a message to Dave M6DHV. He said he might get on, but I think it depends on work. So yeah, but like I say, at least we're making the trip over to you anyway. You know, good 30 miles, crystal clear comms. You're sort of over the hill behind, sort of behind the edge of Winter Hill, aren't you, to me? So not too bad at all. Back to you just with a pause.
Yeah, QSL Lewis Mike 6 Golf Oscar Foxtrot Portal. Yeah, it's I'm just looking at Winter Hill right now, would you believe? I'll actually post a picture up of this in a bit later, actually, to demonstrate the point later on. Yeah, I'm hearing you, and I'm hearing Lee, but annoyingly, you and Lee aren't hearing each other. The last I heard of him is, I think he moved somewhere, then it sort of blipped out and went all wobbly and everything, and he disappeared.
Yeah, no probs. Stephen's on in Liverpool. He said he can hear me loud and clear. I think he's going to try and get in now. He's just messaged me now on Facebook saying he's hearing me loud and clear in Liverpool. So that's 45 miles, which isn't too bad, is it, from here across the county? So yeah, well, at least we know the amp's performing well. Anyway, to be getting into Liverpool from here, it's definitely a bonus. But just a shame there's not any activity on. Dave's messaged me back saying he can't get on tonight, which is unfortunate, but never mind. Right, just with a pause for Stephen, back to you, Mark. M6 GOF portable, M0 LEX mobile.
Yeah, Mike 6 Golf Oscar Foxtrot Portal. Actually, Lewis, I had a bit of an idea. You're saying about the amplifier, right? One of the things could be, we should have thought of this yesterday, it's just entered my head, right? Which was, make a note of, well, maybe this could be for a future time, make a note of which repeaters you have a bit patchy trying to access on DMR, right? And see how it works with the amp on or off. Like, I don't know, try something like a DMR one over in, say, Blackpool or Fleetwood or something like that. I think it's GB7FO or something like that. There's another one off the top of my head. Like, you can't access them on flat on like normal rig power. Then obviously you can't open a box with like the amps opening the box with the amp on. Then obviously you sort of get more of a reach to repeaters. Just a bit of an idea sent to me head now, Lewis.
6GYD.
Hey up Ash, good to hear you. Just stand by one sec. Yeah, that's a good idea that actually, Mark. I'll have to try that for a further update on this one. But yeah, Mark, I don't know if you heard Ash just break in there. I'm going to pass it over to him. Ash, one frequency with Mark M6 GOF portable over at Asher's Beacon. Right, over to you Ash. I'm operating under the call sign M0LEX mobile at the moment. Over to you.
Okay, M0LEX M6GYT. Yeah, just in Duncanfield at the minute at the home QTH. Pretty low down in the built-up area though. A lot of flats around there. Just running through an extra just on the back balcony.
Yeah, no problems Ash, you're loud and clear up here. I'm just operating a Retevis RT91. It's a 30w amplifier. The radio that's driving it's a Retevis RT50, which is a UHF DMR handheld. And we're up on Werneth Loan with Royden under his supervision using his call sign. So obviously I can't run the 30 watts. It's 30 to 40 watts with 10 watts in. The radio is putting out just under 10 watts. So yeah, I did put it out on Facebook, but there's not many on. Like I say, Mark's on frequencies 30 miles away, just over 30 miles away, which is good. And we're being heard down in Liverpool, 45 miles away. So that's encouraging as well. Right, over to you Ash. I'll pass it over to you and then just let me know if you can hear Mark. M6 GYT M0LEX portable Werneth Low mobile.
Yeah, no problem Lewis. Yeah, I was getting the M6 station. M6 something F from M6GYT.
Yeah, go ahead Ash. Mike 6 Golf Oscar Foxtrot Portal, go ahead.
Mike 6 Golf Oscar Fox M6GYT. Oh, whose name on the side is Ashley. Whereabouts are you located at the minute?
Mike 6 Golf Oscar Foxtrot Portal return. Location this way is Asher's Beacon, Alpha Sierra Hotel, Uniform Radio Sierra Tango Beacon. That's the location just outside of Wigan, 600 feet above sea level, and it's going to be putting this clip up on YouTube in a bit. You see like Winter Hill over in the distance, and got complete clear coverage into Manchester and everywhere else, QSL.
No, it's not too bad. I'm doing the 10 watt, which is just slightly under 10 watt. You throw me about 1 bar of signal anyway, 1 bar of signal. I've just lent a DM4600 off a friend of mine, so I'm just giving that a whirl.
Yeah, QSL, Mike 6 Golf Oscar Foxtrot Portal returning. Yeah, it's working very well, and it's typically as good as the Motorola rigs are. Excellent stuff. Not a problem there, Ashley. I'll pass it back to Lewis to see who else you can get out there. Over to you, Lewis. M3HHY, M6 GOF Portal.
M0LEX mobile on Werneth Low. Any other stations on frequency? M0LEX mobile. Calling CQ on DMR. Standing by for any calls. No, nothing else heard. Well, it's good that you guys can hear each other anyway, Ash. I know you're quite far away, aren't you, and sort of low down, so it's good that you're receiving Mark. So yeah, I wonder, say you've got a signal meter on your radio, I wonder how you're receiving me. Ash, M6GYT, M0LEX mobile.
M0LEX mobile, M6GYT. Full scale, mate, full scale.
Yeah, brilliant. Any other stations monitoring it? Stephen's getting us full signal in Liverpool, but he's having trouble getting in for some reason. He's just messaged me on Facebook now. He's on a GD77. So yeah, good evening to you, Stephen. Hope you're okay. Right, any other stations on DMR Simplex? M0 LAX mobile. Any other stations monitoring? No, nothing heard. Mark, just to your point before about doing the test on the repeaters, I think that's definitely going to be one for part 2, just to see where we can get into. I'm sure we'd get into sort of Stoke, Staffordshire, Lancashire, maybe Yorkshire from this location using the amplifier. So yeah, that's definitely one for further down the log. I don't know if you had any other people coming over from your end. M6 GOF M0 LAX mobile.
Mike 6 Golf Oscar Foxtrot Portal. I mean, absolutely everybody else. Unfortunately, Lee M6 Oscar Alpha uniform is he can hear you, but like it's got that annoying one-way QSO thing. You know, as it is. I'm in like a daft position where I can hear absolutely everybody, but unfortunately you can't hear Lee, which is annoying. Yeah, if you don't mind, I'll just take it back over to Lee, if you don't mind. M6 Alpha Oscar, M6 Oscar Alpha uniform, Mike 6 Golf Oscar Foxtrot Portal.
Yeah, well, I'll put a final call out, Mark, and then we'll QSY if you like. But yeah, this is a final call, M0 LAX mobile. Lewis on Worneth Low, calling CQ on DMR. Any other stations monitoring before we wrap up? No, nothing here, chaps. I think we'll call it a day and wrap it up. At least we know everything's working fine anyway. Mark and Ash and Steve as well. He's obviously listening down in Liverpool. So cheers for the report there. He said he's receiving everyone loud and clear, which is good. And Lee, sorry we couldn't make the contact. Okay, guys, I'll say 7-3. Cheers for the test, and we'll catch you further down the log. M0 LAX mobile Worneth Low. Just listening once round and then we'll wrap up. 7-3.
When you go on, I'll look.
7-3 Lewis, 0 LAX, M6 GYT.
Have you got SU20 programmed on that radio?
Yeah, 7-3 guys. Mark, did you receive that? Do you want to QSY? I'll message you on Facebook in a sec.
Okay, 7-3, catch you in a bit. I'll receive your message I'll receive your QSY message on Facebook. I'll have a look in a minute. Catch you up in a bit.
Yeah, cheers guys. 7-3 for now. M3 HHY mobile under M0 LAX going QRT. Cheers.